Marvel versus DC, X-Men versus Street Fighter, WWE versus AEW?
Oh shit! It's Pro Wrestling Bits!
It's that time of year, and the annual NBC and Warner Bros. Merger rumors are upon us. Just like in 2020 when people speculated that NBCU and Warner Bros. Would merger. Or like last year when there was speculation of NBCU-Warner Bros. Merging. And even after a Warner Bros. Discovery merger, here we go again in 2022. Geez, what's with all this sexual tension? Just get it on already, you two. Of course, an NBCU and Warner Bros. Discovery merger would directly impact WWE and AEW. One company could get kicked to the curb, likely AEW, or maybe WWE and AEW could work together. Maybe both could exist under a new corporate umbrella to flood the market with dream matches that fans thought they would never see, especially if NBC Universal ends up buying WWE. In fact, a couple of months ago, What Culture, long live the Queen, did a piece on why a WWE versus AEW pay-per-view would never happen. With all due respect, that's cap. A WWE and AEW pay-per-view is a long shot, sure, but it could theoretically happen. And the most likely road to that super show is through a merger between the two companies that have the rights to their TV deals. If NBCU and Warner Bros. Discovery were to merge, a lot of these carny pro wrestling politics would fall by the wayside in favor of conglomerates who are only interested in making money. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenny Omega and Roman Reigns work for two different wrestling companies? Tough shit, get in the ring. In fact, let's start with some honorable mentions for a WWE and AEW supercard. Britt Baker and Charlotte Flair is almost a no-brainer as a match between two overpushed, uber-talented blue chippers who are at the centerpieces of their women's divisions. Britt Baker would probably have some bars for Ric Flair, while Charlotte would make fun of Britt Baker for getting squashed by Nia Jax. CM Punk and Kevin Owens could be a juicy matchup for hardcore fans, and just think about the back and forth between these two. Kevin Owens seemed to subtweet Punk by tweeting out a picture of Owens main eventing WrestleMania just moments after CM Punk's latest meltdown, which you could read all about here and here. Among all the other things CM Punk has famously cried and whined about, in a 2014 podcast with Scott Colton, CM Punk cried and whined about not getting to main event WrestleMania, poor guy. Of course, in order for a match like this to happen, CM Punk would have to repair the bridges he burned with both NBCU and Warner Bros. Discovery. There's probably more of a chance this merger happens than CM Punk wrestling for WWE or AEW ever again. Cody Rhodes doesn't really seem to have any dream matches on the table with AEW because he already worked with just about all the top names in AEW doing his time there. So I want to see Cody Rhodes versus Tony Khan. Cody's promos would be fire and Tony's Twitter fingers would be on another level. Number 5 is Bobby Lashley versus Wardlow. Two heavily protected monsters in a hoss fight. What more could you ask for? Go look at what big meaty men slapping meat did for Sheamus' career. A lot of the internet wrestling monolith would be tripping over themselves to see some technical wrestling masterclass between like Cesaro and Dragunov, but Lashley and Wardlow might do the best TV rating of the bunch. Both Lashley and Wardlow circumnavigated the basic indie journeyman origin story that has diluted pro wrestling, and both became big-time TV stars due to an appeal outside of the hardcore audience. Number 4 is Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair, a feud to determine once and for all who has the most black girl magic. The feud most likely to get bullied off Twitter by incels, but it wouldn't even need Twitter to be straight fire because these women get TV time. I'd like to see Jade Cargill get about another year of experience under her belt with more matches so this match could live up to its massive potential. You really could sell this match just by showing Jade and Bianca crushing a combine, but their promos on one another would also be fire. A bonus mention goes out to the baddies versus Bianca, Sasha, and Naomi. Let's get interpromotional with number 3 in a mix-and-match tag team match. The Miz and MJF versus Bryan, Danielson, and Johnny Gargano. The cool new thing in wrestling is to compare a loudmouth heel wrestler to The Miz. Apollo Crews did it to Grayson Waller. CM Punk called MJF a less famous Miz. Bruh, is The Miz low-key the most influential heel of this generation in these streets? If comparing people to The Miz is getting old, it suggests just how influential he really is, yet nobody gives him credit for it. Is The Miz the Rakim of pro wrestling? Anyway, Miz and MJF would make for great old school heels against two of the biggest internet wrestling babyfaces in history. This would be a fascinating philosophical battle of sports entertainment versus pro wrestling and how this is represented across both companies, not just WWE. Number 2 is the New Day versus the Elite. These two teams clashed in a video game tournament on episode 107 of Being the Elite, which is currently on hiatus. And after the Elite got a cease and desist for ripping off the NWO, they moved on to ripping off the New Day with these t-shirts. The origin story is already in place, and these are the two best trios in wrestling today. Why not fight for the Trios Championship if and when the Elite comes back from suspension? And the number 1 WWE versus AEW dream match is Roman Reigns versus Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley recently cut a rah-rah speech that immediately made him the frontrunner to regain the AEW World Championship. As much as he presents himself as a renegade and a wild card, Jon Moxley is a company man no different from Roman Reigns, who also was his former Shield mate. Not only would this be a matchup between the top stars in WWE and AEW, there would also be plenty of storyline-driven layers to peel back. The Shield, the Bloodline, the Blackpool Combat Club, I'm here for all of it. What WWE versus AEW dream matches would you like to see? Will NBCU and Warner Bros. Discovery finally get it on? Tell me in the comments.